What's up, you guys? Welcome to the Jimbo Slice Workshop. We got something pretty cool from Dewalt today. This is the DCS 367. It's their new brushless compact reciprocating saw. Now, a lot of times you call these Sawzalls. Sawzall is the Milwaukee branded reciprocating saw. So, cool thing about this, it's a very small, compact design over a traditional Sawzall with your D handle at the rear. The D handle is actually kind of built into the saw itself. So you'll notice you have all the gearing is up here, and then the motor is actually angled going into the gearing to make it a nice small package. Now, the cool thing about this saw is it can fit in a 16-inch stud space, however you orientate that. So right away you'll notice that it is made in the USA with global materials. Dewalt over the past few years has made an initiative to bring manufacturing back to the United States. So they still use global materials, but these are assembled in the United States, which is really cool. So we'll start at the front of the saw. You have a pivoting shoe, but it is non-adjustable. It's actually pretty stiff, but when you do work into your material, it will pivot to what you need. Cool thing about this saw that I like over some of the more traditional rotating blade locks here, it's got a lever on the side of the rubber overmolding here. So when you do have gloves on, you can change your blades out. So looking at the front of the saw, again, it actually has a 4-position chuck for the blades. You can mount them sideways in both orientations. Okay, and you can even lock it vertical in both orientations. Now, something to note when you do lock it sideways is that your grip is a little bit compromised. So instead of being able to hold it in your traditional way to put a lot of force, you kind of got to grab it more around the side. Now, the grip isn't the worst part of that, is actually the shoe here. You actually kind of have to like rock it and step it across. It's not your traditional ability to do a normal cut with the Sawzall. But other than that, it's still a really cool design, because sometimes you don't have enough room to get the saw in sideways, so you just change the orientation of the blade itself. I am a fan of the rubber overmolding at the front. It fits the hand very well. No matter how you hold it, you're able to get your hand around there, whether you want a top-down grip or you want to support it from under. You have a nice protection from your material that you're cutting here. Moving forward down, of course, we have the lock button here and your traditional 20-volt max grip. One of the best grips on the market. But there is one drawback to this grip that I don't like. Right around where my hand naturally holds this, okay, is right along here. And it's a little bit hard and not very ergonomic on your hand. Especially once you're operating and pushing real hard on this, it pushes back into your hand pretty hard. It's not a major drawback, but enough that it gives the user a little bit of discomfort when they're cutting with the saw. Other than that, the grip feels great. Obviously, I would recommend running this with higher amp hour packs. Bare tool price on this from Acme is $139. You can get 2 different kits. They have a kit with a 2.0 amp hour battery for around $219, and then you have the 5 amp hour kit for $249. Now, you can run your flexible batteries on here too, or they have the new XR 6.0 amp hours with the 2700 cells. That'll really make this thing kick. So, it is a powerful saw. It has a 1 1/8 inch stroke length, which is right on par with all the other big boys, as well as 2,900 strokes per minute, right up there on top. Performance is great. It's a very powerful saw in a small package, but one drawback, it's not real easy to tell on the video, but there is a lot of feedback into the saw from what you're cutting with. There is a considerable amount of vibration when using the saw. Last night I was doing a lot of tests with a couple different blades and a lot of different materials, and after about an hour and a half of continuous use, you really felt it in your hands, even when you weren't using the saw. Now, It is an improvement over the brush model. I think that was 387. There's a lot of vibration feedback in that, so they did improve it, but it's still not as smooth as using like the Milwaukee Fuels, which for me, that's like the Cadillac of Sawzalls. One of the best ones on the market in my opinion for comfort. It has been outperformed, but that's besides the point of this video here. So I do like the saw. It's a very compact design. You can get a lot of pruning done. You can do a lot of demo work with it. Runtime is pretty good. For the demonstrations that I show on the video, I started off with a freshly charged 5.0 amp hour pack. I'm down 1 bar, so pretty good. The unit does heat up a little bit down in the motor area. The gearing stays pretty cool to the grip as well, so you don't feel that too much in the user. So as hard as I did push this, I got it only to lock up on a kind of a snag with the metal. But any saw could really do that. The blade was starting to wear down. I was kind of pushing pretty hard on it, so it couldn't overcome that. The blade that I was using to cut the wood it was a brand new Diablo carbide. I did do some nail cutting tests with it, and really about the third cut in, you could start to feel when you're really going through the nails. Now every blade reacts differently as well, so part of that's the blade itself. So going through nail embedded wood, saw performs very well. Cutting metal does a pretty good job as well, other than the feedback issue. And then obviously you're cutting. I was cutting through full pace a lot just to see the performance of the saw, and to show you the full performance of the saw, you're going to want to step that back down to probably around 15 to 2,000 strokes per minute, not full speed, because you will burn your blades up pretty quickly doing that. But other than that, it's a great saw. It's a good price. For under 150 bucks, you can have a good reciprocating saw in your toolbox. Especially if you don't use one every day, this is a good viable option to have. So shoot over to Acme Tools. Check these out. A couple different options you can pick up. If you're already in the 20 volt max or even the FlexVolt platform, you can just get away with the bare tool for under 150 bucks. Or you can step up into the kits, but I would go for the 5 amp hour over the 2 amp hour. So that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for Acme for providing this tool here. I got some cool stuff I've been showing on Instagram. Follow me at Jimbo Slice Workshop. You can also go to my website, jimbosliceworkshop.com. I got links to all my social media platforms as well as the write-up on the saw if you get bored, listen to hear me talk. So that's all I got for you guys. Thanks for watching.